And so enough is enough. We read the history books about Sankara, we read about Lumumba, we read about Nkrumah, we've read about them. I'm not going to sit down for my great-grandchild to read about Traore being killed. So as long as I am alive, I will stand and fight for Africa. I'm not walking just like this. This is a spiritual battle. We have gone to the rivers, we have called the ancestors, we are fighting for Africa, and that is why I am here. There's no way I will live and watch them kill Traore. Touch Ibrahim Traore, you touch every black person in the world. We will not take it. France, USA, bugger off and leave Africa alone. That's why I'm here. Ibrahim, I like.
She said enough is enough. Leave Africa alone. She named all those past leaders that gave their life for Africa. And now, these other countries, France, US, they want to go after Ibrahim Traore. What do you guys think about this? Is this a spiritual battle going on? Let me know. Comment below.
I'm Nina from Ghana, and we are here to march in support and in solidarity of our brother, our father, our savior, our angel, Captain Ibrahim Traore. We are sending a message, a strong warning to the Western world. It's time for you to pack bags and baggage and leave out of our country. You bomboclats, it's time for you to leave our country. We are wiser now. We've woken up from our slumbers and we are wiser now. So you can't cheat us again. You can't sit on our gold mines again. Get up, pack your bags and goodies and leave. We are in support. So Traore, we are in full support. We are in support with you in prayer, in spirit and in body. I'm Nina from Ghana, speaking on behalf of my motherland. So it's the message that we are sending across to the bomboclad man. Pack your bags and leave. We are wiser now. Thank you very much. Africa, unite. Africa, unite. Africa, unite. No more imperialism, no more capitalism. It is time for us to work.
Why are the Americans threatening Burkina Faso? Why is Trump going to back for the French and going after this guy? Why is the head of the U.S. AFRICOM, the Africa Command, talking about the need to secure Burkina Faso's resources? Because this guy is the boogeyman to European imperialism. He's a young black African Muslim Marxist who is digging out the French deep state in Africa. French colonialism never ended in Africa. The French have a very effective deep state in Africa. Through the banking system, through fake ownership of the natural resources of Africa, they have been able to maintain economic and political and military control over much of their former colonies. Most of the wealth of France is still stolen from Africa. The gold that fills their banks, the uranium that powers their metropolis, all of this is looted from Africa. When they pulled out, they installed a deep state with corrupt rulers that they could pay off in order to get resources for practically nothing. And Traore is ending that system. The French created a banking system for Africa that gives France basic entire control over those nations' economies. The Africans actually have to borrow their own money at interest from France. And the gold mines, the uranium mines, all the natural resources in these countries are treated as French property, and Traore has been making them property of the Burkinabe people. And as leader of the Alliance of Sahel States, his neighbors have been joining in on it. France has been getting driven out of Africa. Some good information on it. Check out the Al Jazeera documentary, The Gold Mafia, from Al Jazeera Investigates, or this Caspian Report video about how the French bank basically owns a bunch of African countries. Now, while Trump probably does not have any direct financial interest in the French Empire, there's what they always called the threat of a good example. The reason they tried to kill Fidel Castro so many times and blockaded Cuba was not just because of the loss of the banana fields and sugarcane fields. It was that if driving imperialism out of a country improves the standard of living in that country, then there's the threat of a good example of other countries replicating. So any country that dared to defy imperialism had to be severely punished. And what Brother Ibrahim has been doing and the Alliance of Sahel States have been doing has been improving the standard of living in their countries by using those resources for those countries, and that is a threat to imperialism worldwide. There's been something like 20 or 21 coup attempts or assassination attempts on him so far, and they're not going to stop. This guy is perhaps the single greatest threat to the imperialist world order right now. Tomorrow, April 30th, there's supposed to be a continent-wide protest for him across Africa. His cause is being taken up all over the continent, and it is a wonderful thing.
I love Africa. It's so difficult to watch Ibrahim, I can't even say his name, Traore, in his speeches and not be absolutely like shaken to the core at the absolute dedication he has to his people. And of course, that's a threat. That's a threat to colonialists. That's a threat to the West. Having anyone who is able to gather people that were ultimately very divided in a very large continent is a threat. If you don't know, Ibrahim has already survived over a dozen assassination attempts. I think it was like 18 or something. And of course, France is threatening him. He has taken upon himself in Burkina Faso to build roads. He is putting in the infrastructure. He's taken it away from private companies to ensure there's no corruption through there. And they are on the ground building roads right now, building the infrastructure that Africa deserves. He has taken control over their own resources. And of course, this is a huge threat because these colonialist nations like France, they profit off of exploiting Africa, and they always have. A continent as rich in resources and culture like Africa, being independent and being free and being able to profit for its people, oh my God, now that's a whole new world.
Hello tribe, welcome again to this particular episode. I go by Sherlock, that is, if in case you're bumping across it accidentally. And in today's tea, Ibrahim Traore has posed that kind of a threat to the Western countries, more so the American, given the fact that from the latest developments, America is, trying to poke its nose into the Burkina Faso, that is Burkinabes, and everything else that is going on there. Trying to indicate or to allude that they've got an upper hand, and irrespective of Ibrahim Traore's, steps. And when I mean steps, I mean, steps to ensure that the sovereignty of that particular country, that their opinion stands to be opinion and they do not have to work under the shadows of other people's policies. Now, what am I talking about here, guys? I'm trying to say that Ibrahim Traore has really benchmarked African leadership. And if there are Africans who are watching silently, I think there's something that they need to learn. First thing first, what Ibrahim Traore did, he made sure that he has repaid the debt that the country owes to any lender out there. And then later on, he could make those particular bold allegations that our minerals deserve to be our minerals. And if there is any other developments, constructions that need to be done in a country, we are going to buy those equipment and we are going to train our youth, and they're going to be the ones operating on those particular equipments. As far as, let's say, for example, roads constructions are concerned, industries are concerned, and establishment of factories, agriculture, you can think of all those particular sectors. And this has outraged the Western, and I don't know why. Now it's a good example. Or this is it's a clear indication that there are other people who do not want to see you rising above the status quo. This is a different century. The ideologies are not going to be the same. People need to respect people's differing with their other ideologies, so that you don't have to look like a psychopath or like a psychophant, that we can just do things provided that we please you. So guys, we're gonna watch different sentiments from different people, especially the Black Americans who've come out in full swing of Ibrahim Traore, and they're coming out in numbers. They came out in numbers in support, rallying behind Ibrahim Traore, that nothing should harm him. Let's keep on watching, and of course, as usual, guys, I'll circle back as the way we do it here. At the end of this particular show, I'll circle back with more comments and sentiments over the same.
Dallas, Texas. I will be at Dallas City Hall tomorrow to show my support for Ibn Trio. Hey, it's a global protest going on worldwide. Don't miss your chance to be a part of something great, to be able to change history so it can be better for the people that look like me. I need my Mexicans to show up too. Real talk. Anybody that got to work, when I go live, I need y'all to stream with me. Because one thing about it, if we don't show our support, then we can never unify. And that's why I'm taking to the streets. New York, y'all need to do the same thing. Cali, y'all need to do it. LA, y'all need to do it. Because they doing it globally everywhere. It's a mega rally for one of the greatest presidents to ever come out of Africa. Real talk, man. TikTok is my job. Since they already started shadow banning my videos, I'm going to drop my cash tag so y'all can support the revolution. Because one thing about it, I promise y'all, but when we take to them streets, they will start to feel our energy and they will come down off these Jim Crow laws that they building against my people. Because one thing about it, injustice to one is a threat to all. And it's about time that we all come together and we take back the power that we got and quit letting these colonizers control our life. It's time for us to wake up. We don't need them. They need us.
The latest, our youngest president, the Messiah, the savior of Africa, the most loud, the all in all, Captain Ibrahim Traore. Sometimes when I call him the savior, a lot of people say, no, he's not. My dear brothers and sisters, he is the savior, the Jesus of our time. The Jesus Christ came and saved the Israelites. He didn't save me. So this one is saving me. Ibrahim Traore has opened doors. He has lifted a ban on visa for all black Americans who were taken out of the African continent over 400 years ago, and they are living in America and all the other parts of the world, developing, using their brains, their money, their everything to help develop those countries to come back home. That the door is open. They don't need any visa to visit Burkina Faso. Whatsoever way that you think you can help all the other Africans, come. Burkina Faso is opening the doors to you. You are not a foreigner. You are a black man. Situation took you there. And today, you are welcomed home. Whatsoever knowledge you have that it can help the people, your black race, your brothers back home in Africa, Burkina Faso is calling you to come. Come and use your knowledge to help the people. Even if you can't come, there is an organization that he's partnering with. Do your donation through that, and it will go a long way. So, help the African. That the people you see, the street, the beautiful things, the companies, the whatever, that's you are building, helping them to build, can equally be done in Africa here. That you are not strangers. You are welcomed. That there are a lot of sectors you can invest in. They have agriculture, mining, you know. We have a lot of abundance of natural resources in Burkina Faso and in Africa. So any other sector you want to invest in, you are welcome. It doesn't matter the kind of knowledge you have and the kind of sector you are in. The door is open to everyone. All that we need is you to come and help. The little way that you can. You are going to be living free. Africa is not the way that the Westerners have projected the African continent. No, it's a very beautiful place. We are very lovely. No, we are not like the Westerners. They tell you the bad areas, as if those areas are not found in the Western areas. We have beautiful places, very beautiful culture. We are your brothers. Regardless of what happened and you were detached from us, we are still one, from one ancestor. So, this is the time for you to come home. Now that the doors are open for you to come, you don't need visa. Please, our brothers in the diaspora, come home. We are waiting for you to come back, and together we'll make Africa proud. So that's the latest around the world. In Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.
Really means today we are standing for Africa. Yes. Today we are saying enough is enough. Enough. They tried it, they did it with Libya. They are not going to win with Burkina Faso. Never. Never. They touch Burkina Faso. Never. They touch Burkina Faso. We are paying this thing. Never. are going to burn every embassy down. French embassy, any NATO country.
Yeah, France is number one. Second, US.
They cannot come into our country, our continent, our land, and do as they did with Libya. We are not going to tolerate that. We want to build Africa. We are.
Hello. I want to speak briefly about Burkina Faso and their president, Ibrahim Traore. As an African-American woman, I am so proud of President Traore and so happy for the people of Burkina Faso. I want to state for the record that African Americans have nothing to do with any assassination attempts, any destabilization of the country, or any criticism of President Traore. I don't know any American, and I don't know every American, but I don't know any American that even knows who General Michael Langley is. I actually just found out who he was 2 days ago. But when you see black people being put in a position like that, and then turn on their heels to criticize another leader in another country, that is by design. And they do not speak for us. They are ruining the reputation of African Americans globally, making people think that we feel this way. We have our own problems in America.
President Traore is standing up. He is saying the natural resources in Burkina Faso, they belong to the people of Burkina Faso. Niger is doing the same thing. Mali is doing the same thing. Every leader must look at what's happening in the Sahel nations to say, like anybody else, you must take care of your people. You have your natural resources. You have everything you need to take care of your people. Why do you continue to be beggars? Look at what is being brought in by not only USAID, but all the NGOs in your country. It's
Tribe, I told you that I'll circle back with more comments, more sentiments over the same, but by and large, that remains to be my own opinion. But again, talk about facts. You can also drop us your comments on the comment section of what exactly you think. Is Africa on the rise? Could this be a turning point? And should other African leaders emulate? And of course, if you ask me, I'll tell you that definitely yes, other Africans need really to emulate. There's no way they can assess our net worth and tell us that Africans, we are the richest continent in the world, and fail and miss to see that. And even to feel it, it needs to reciprocate. And it's high time that needs to reciprocate. It's just the same way, because if they're able to say so, and we are the ones who are sitting on those particular resources as they claim, then it's high time that Africans really need to come together and think again from a different viewpoint. Now, it's my opinion that all other African leaders emulate and look there's gotta be a difference. There's gotta be there's gotta be somebody who's going to stand bold enough, take that particular stance, and say enough is enough. And I think that is the time. People are wisening. People are getting out of that comfort zone. No more of the donor fundings or what this project is funded by this from. No. Not anymore. If we have to fund any project, any development, it has to come from our own pocket, or the African pockets, that is, and the people, or the African people, need to be trained to be able to provide that manual labor, or that labor literally, to see its continent rising above the adversaries and the status quo. But guys, that has always been my opinion. Do drop us your comments on the comment section. Let us exactly know what you think. Let this conversation continue. See you in the next one.